Hi friends, how's it going? Dave Peterson here, davesguitarplanet.com. Today we've got Bryant's Bounce by Jimmy Bryant and Speedy West from 1953. It's pretty fast and it's a good exercise for the guitar, I find. It bounces right along. I'm going to go real fast through this since this is an advanced tune, and you'll be able to buy my bonus package, which will have all of the chords and the main head in tab and traditional score, as well as the solo in the score and the tab. Also be some backing tracks. Okay, let's get into the single note stuff. The intro goes like this. Okay, so we've got a backwards D flat arpeggio. My first finger's up on the 9th fret, thinking of this chord shape. 1, 5, 3, 1, right down the arpeggio. This is the top part of an A flat 9 arpeggio, or you can think of it as a C half diminished arpeggio. I'm on the 11th fret with my little finger barring. And now down this would be a B flat minor 7 arpeggio, backwards, ending on the 8th fret with my first finger. Then a flat dominant 7 arpeggio backwards, 11th, 8th, 10th, 11th fret, sliding up to the 12th fret to a major pentatonic type of a thing. Then the 12th fret of the B string to an open B, which is kind of a cute little feature. Got 12, open, 10, 9. So the whole intro again, I'm going to take this kind of fast. You can slow it down or you can buy the score, which will help a lot. Then you slide from about the 6th fret up to the 11th fret. into the actual theme of the song, or the head. So that's a 5, 6, 7, 1 in the key of D flat. So that's just a series. We've got two different kinds of arpeggios. One's ascending. That's a D flat 6 kind of arpeggio. Let me see. Okay, we've got the D6 arpeggio, and then to a G note, down a C arpeggio, up a D flat arpeggio, D flat 6, then down a C arpeggio with the flat 7 in there. Sliding down a half step, and then we go up a, like in top part of an F9 arpeggio, or you could think of it as a half diminished 7 arpeggio, down to an F note, and down a B flat arpeggio, and then down to the flat 7 of B flat, and then sliding down a half step. Again, your minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio, or you can think of E flat 9, and then down an A flat, flat 7, then up chromatically from the 3rd fret of the D string. So the whole thing pretty fun little lick to do, real bouncy. By the way, the whole tune is based on the cycle of fifths. You may have noticed from the C, up a 4th or down a 5th to an F7, down a 5th to a B flat, up a 5th to an E flat. Up a 4th, and then up another 4th or down a 5th to an A flat, and then up a 4th or down a 5th to a D flat. So the whole thing is, that's what makes it kind of bouncy, is this cycle of fifths. Another way to play the chords would be those sort of grips, just 3 notes, 1 flat 7 3, 1 3 flat 7. Nice thing about that is you get this type of a movement. Sounds like a hyena laughing. So again, the head. Then you've got a B flat major triad sliding in. Think of this B flat chord. I usually use my little finger here. 5 1 3 5 intervals in B flat. Then up a diminished triad from A flat. Then pulling off from 6 to 5, down an A triad, and to the 5th of an A. Here's an A chord. Then you slide down a half step, up an A flat triad, 5 1 3 5. Then you have to quickly jump up to the 7th fret of the B string and do a triple pull off. 1 2 3, like that. then to the 8th fret, and I usually do a little vibrato like that. I'd say this is probably the hardest lick in the tune, or one of the hardest licks. Again, a B flat. That last part, da, da, hammer on to the 9th fret, pull off again to the 7th fret, down to the 6th fret, double pull off. By the way, I find I have to use my 3rd finger here so that I can get my little finger up to the 7th fret, the 9th fret. Then when it goes to the B section, there's a fun, easy part, starting on the A note, 5th fret of the bottom E, going up chromatically to a C note, and then I switch to this C note to continue up chromatically. I like to slide like that. And it repeats the pattern up a 4th. And up one more 4th to the 5th fret of the D. And up one more 4th. This time I go up to the 8th fret of the G to continue the chromatic movement. And then you're back into the theme again, like that. Now we get into the actual solo. I'll play the first part of it. Okay, let's slow that down. So I'm calling this a D 6/9 chord. D flat 6/9 chord. A little bit hard to play it with a low root. So the intervals would be 6, 9, 5, 1 in D flat. It's what we call a 4 stack. From here to here's a 4th, there to there's a 4th, there to there's a 4th. Slide into it. Then your little finger up on the 11th fret, like that, back and forth. Down a half step to C. Now to a top part of an F9 chord, and up to that 13. Now to the top part of a B flat 13 chord, and then an E flat to an A flat 13, E flat 9. Just the top 4 strings is all you need. And then up to D flat major 13, this would be, but it's still a 4 stack if you put the root on the bottom. So that whole part is like this. Then it goes to the B with a 9 on top, sliding up to it from a half step below. Then to the top part of a E13. Oh, we've got then to an A dominant 13, A flat dominant 13. Now a fun little lick up in D flat area. Pretty weird lick. One of the precursors of Chuck Berry type licks, I guess. We've got 9th fret on the B and E, sliding up to the same note on the B string. Does that a couple times. Then slide off of the top E, then up to the 14th fret on the E, 14th fret B, 9th fret, top E, the whole lick. Good luck with that. That's the first part of the guitar solo. I'll play the whole thing again. Okay, you get the idea. That's what comes next. We're in B, major triad with a little flicking 9th on the top. And it looks like it goes to B minor, actually the E9, then the A 13, and A flat 13, then back up to D flat, that lick again, okay, now we get into the B section, which on the record is Speedy West's steel solo. Well, I don't have a steel guitar, so I just invented my own thing, and here's what I came up with. So if you want to learn that part, you don't have to, but it's looks like a D minor, but it's actually over this F chord, so it's like an F6. I punch that a couple times, and then go to the larger D minor shape, sliding up and down like that. Then to a B flat 6, sliding up into it there, and take it down in half steps so that it essentially becomes a B flat 9. So Then I do a little what I call pivoting primary chords on the B flat, something like that. You're barring this B flat, a little bit Keith Richardsy. Then I'd go the top part of an E flat dominant 9 arpeggio. Actually goes up to the 11. I don't play the root from the 3rd of E flat. Little lick like that. Then all the way up to A flat. A flat with first finger on the 16th fret, major shape here, from then what I call, these are sixths, a little bit hard to say, sixths, sliding that major shape down into a minor shape, something like that. Ending up on the 11th fret. Now we get back into the last part of Jimmy's solo. He starts off almost the same as he did at the very beginning, with the 4 stack sliding up. So just slightly different on the end. And then he's got this hammer-on pull-off on the top E from the 7th to 9th fret over the major triad, going from major to minor or to the 9 chord. Now to a 4 stack over the A chord, another 4 stack over the A flat. Is that right? That's right. Then up to the D flat major 13. And then this little augmented lick. This makes an augmented chord. I'm barring the 9th fret, sliding into it. Then chromatic down from 11th fret. Little bebop-y kind of a lick there. And then back into the main theme. And the second time he does it, he just changes up a little bit. Instead of going, he just jumps down a 5th. And jumping up a 5th, going down. And this time, just playing that lick. And back into the and the B section is the same. And now we're just about out of the tune. He goes through the theme one more time, and just the ending is different. Now he does this lick. So the ending lick he does the triple pull-off from 9 down to 6, but this time kind of a diagonal motion. 7th fret, 8th fret, 6th fret, 8th fret. Then he goes up 2 frets and does the same triple pull-off. This time down a diminished scale. And takes that up a minor third, starting on the 14th fret, ending with Alrighty, well, I went through it pretty quickly, but if you buy the tab and score, you'll be able to figure it out, or maybe you're quick enough to figure it out without that. But if you buy the bonus package, you'll get some backing tracks to play along with at different speeds, and all of the PDFs that come along with it. I hope you'll take advantage of it, and I'll see you next time.